I asked Chatgpt to swap one sneaker for a pair of headphones on an already generated toy figure, and 4 attempts later, it had somehow redrawn my entire face differently each time and still never got the shoes right. That's the exact trap almost everyone falls into with this trend, and understanding why it happens is the difference between a toy figure that actually looks like you and one that slowly falls apart the more you try to fix it. It works when it works because you're not editing a photo, you're regenerating an entire image from scratch every single time, and the model doesn't have perfect memory of exactly what it drew a moment ago. I only share methods I test myself, so every prompt and every failed attempt in this video came from my own account. Quick ask before we start, like this video and subscribe, it genuinely helps. Let's cover the 2 separate trends people usually mean when they mention this because they use different techniques entirely. The first is the action figure trend, turning yourself into a boxed collectible toy, complete with packaging, a nameplate, and personalized accessories. The second is the caricature trend, an exaggerated, cartoon-style portrait of you and your job, built from whatever context the model already has about who you are. Let's start with the action figure version, since it's the more detailed of the 2 to get right. Upload a clear photo first, and if you want an accurate full body pose, a full body photo works significantly better than a headshot alone, since the model has to invent the rest of your body from a face-only image, and that's usually where accuracy drops. Now write your prompt, and here's the part that separates a mediocre result from a genuinely personalized one: specificity in the accessories. A weak prompt just says, "Make me an action figure," and you'll get something generic, plastic, and forgettable. Technically correct, but personality-free. A strong prompt lists specific items tied to your actual identity, your job, your hobbies, your daily objects, things like a laptop, a specific pair of shoes, a coffee mug, a notebook, a piece of equipment tied to what you actually do. Here's a real example that worked well. Create a toy of the person in this photo as an action figure with accessories next to it, including a laptop, white sneakers, a specific style of eyeglasses, a small notebook, and a podcast microphone on a boom arm, packaged in a box with a name and job title printed on top. That level of specificity is what makes the final image feel like a toy of you specifically, not a toy of a random person who happens to share your face. Now let's cover the caricature trend, because the technique here is almost the opposite approach. Instead of listing details yourself, the entire point of the viral caricature prompt is handing that job to the model directly. Create a caricature of me and my job based on everything you know about me. That phrasing deliberately leans on whatever conversational context or memory the model already has about you, letting it choose which traits to exaggerate rather than you specifying them up front. The trade-off is control. You'll get more surprising, sometimes funnier results, but less predictability than the detailed accessory list approach used for action figures. If you want a specific personality trait or work-related quirk highlighted, mention it directly in your prompt rather than trusting the model to guess correctly on its own. Now, here's the mistake that actually ruins most people's results, and it's exactly what opened this video. Once you have an image you mostly like, the instinct is to keep nudging it with small follow-up requests. Change this shoe, adjust that color, fix this one detail, treating it like you're editing an existing photo in an editing app. But every one of those follow-up requests regenerates the entire image again from the model's interpretation of the conversation so far, not a surgical edit of just that one detail, which means small requested changes can accidentally shift your face, your pose, or details you never asked to change at all. The more small edits you stack on top of each other, the more that drift compounds, and several attempts in, you can end up further from your original result than when you started. The fix is simple, but requires patience. Instead of iterating with small tweaks, go back and rewrite one complete, highly specific prompt that includes every detail you actually want from the start, then regenerate fresh rather than patching an existing result piece by piece. If one specific detail keeps failing after a fresh attempt, isolate that one detail in its own dedicated regeneration, rather than bundling it with 4 other small requests at once, since bundling multiple fixes together is exactly what compounds the drift. Here's the golden tip that saves you the most wasted attempts, and on the free plan actually matters for a practical reason too. Free accounts are capped at a limited number of image generations per day, so treat every single generation as a real attempt worth getting right, not a throwaway draft you'll casually iterate on 10 times. Write your full, detailed prompt out completely before you send anything. All your accessories, all your packaging text, all your pose details in one message, rather than starting vague and hoping to refine it live through the day's limited generations. That upfront specificity is what actually determines whether your first attempt looks personalized and accurate or generic and forgettable. And it's the single habit that separates people posting a genuinely great result from people burning through their daily limit chasing small fixes that never quite land. One quick note if you're generating images of other people, not just yourself. Get their okay first, since a personalized identifiable image is still an image of them, not just a fun filter. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. One last thing before you go try this yourself. Image generation capability and daily limits shift with nearly every update, so what your specific plan allows today may already be slightly different by the time you're trying this. Check your current plan's generation limit before you start, so you know exactly how many real attempts you're working with. In the next video, I'm testing this exact same prompt structure across a few different AI image tools side by side to see which one actually holds up when you ask for a small correction, so you know exactly which one to reach for before you waste your daily limit on the wrong tool. Subscribing is the only way you'll see that comparison before you try it yourself.